As an astute investor, it's always important or good to know how your investment is performing, how well it's performing, or how badly it's performing. So this begs quite a few questions. What is a good return or a good performance of my investment? And I put the word good in inverted commas because it's a relative term, and I'll explain a little later what I mean by good performance. But also the question is raised, what time period should I measure my performance over? And what tools can I use to measure my performance of the investment? So today we'll talk a little bit about understanding your investment performance and how that can be measured. The most common approach that is normally taken is to look at your current value of your investment and compare that to the beginning or start value of your investment. Now, even though this approach does give you some idea of your investment performance, it does not often tell the full story. You have factors such as you may have added to the investment during the time period, or you may have withdrawn from the investment during the time period, and this can affect the current value of your investment. Then also the underlying components of your investment. This may be invested in various asset classes, and they could have performed very differently over the time period that you are measuring. Now, those are only two components that can affect your investment performance over time. So just by looking at the beginning value of your investment and the ending value of investment, that approach fails to take into account the importance of comparing your investment to a particular benchmark or a group of peers or a performance standard such as an index. So, it's very important that you take all the factors into account so that you can make an informed decision about the way in which you look at your investment performance. It is important before attempting to measure performance that you understand your investment objective. Once this is understood, then you can go ahead and do your performance measure. Now, for example, if your investment objective is to attain performance that's equal or better than inflation, a relative measure of performance is normally required. But on the other hand, if your investment objective is to never lose any money, then an absolute measure of performance is required. So therefore, it's important to understand your objective, make sure this is clear, and then the performance measurement can begin. Applying the correct metrics that takes into account the compounding effects of investment performance is quite crucial to maintaining the integrity and accuracy of the performance numbers that are produced. By using a financial calculator or an expert to do the calculation for you, you will then eliminate wrongly overstating or understating performance that is calculated by merely looking at the opening balance and closing balance of your investment. The time period over which performance is measured is of paramount importance. Now, the time horizon differs vastly for different investors, but it's important that you measure regularly so that you can monitor your performance regularly and you can also then act when the need arises. Beware of monitoring performance or measuring performance over too short time intervals. The danger here is that you would have fluctuations of, or could have fluctuations of underlying investment values, and this will distort the perception, or could distort the perception of the investment objective that you're trying to achieve in the long term. Be fully aware of factors such as fees or detracting factors such as fees, costs, taxation, even inflation that will erode or detract from the performance of your investment. Make sure you take all of these factors into account when measuring your performance or doing your performance measure, as the application of these factors could be hugely damaging to the performance of your investment. Good performance is once again a relative term. So achieving and measuring good performance is inexorably linked to your investment objective and investment expectation. Make sure that these are clearly defined and understood. Chart your investment course plan your investment horizon, and more importantly, engage actively with your wealth specialist or investment expert to understand the extent of the performance that is achieved.